Shalom to the nation of Israel. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach and that rule well today. And peace and salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Once again, shalom. So basically, just going to be a quick lesson, okay, touching off this video that one of the beloved brothers amongst the ministry, and that's in the faith, okay, as you can see, his channel, the Hopeful Elect 3, it says worst days are approaching, okay, and when it comes to the worst days that are approaching, okay, when it comes to the times of Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7, okay, Jacob's trouble, okay, when it comes to you tribes, man, okay, here in America, which this place America is known as our captivity, okay, which is spiritually known as Babylon the Great, okay, or Mystery Babylon, okay, and you tribes will consider you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, over here, and being oppressed and subject under the biblical Edomites today, which are the so-called white race, okay, mainly these elites of Esau, Edom, okay, these central bankers, and those that's in league with them when it comes to these heathen nations, okay, once again, which is our enemies. And when it comes to, this video, of course I'm gonna play it, okay, he had this appear to be, Jake, okay, from the tribe of Ephraim, okay, when I say Ephraim, going to the so-called Puerto Ricans today, okay, and going into how America ain't the same no more, okay, how it's on a rapid decline when it comes to the economy, when it comes to the morals of the people, okay, society, okay, then more and more, of course the infrastructure, okay, basically going into eventually when it comes to Yahweh Shai Shai, brought to bring the downfall of this place, man, okay. And we see majority of these Americans is on the verge of more and more anarchy, all hell breaking loose, okay, when it comes to civil unrest, uproars of the people, okay, and we coming in a time of martial law, lockdowns, detention centers, more surveillance, okay, the coming of food shortages, okay, pestilence, and ultimately as well the coming of the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast that's about to replace the physical dollar, okay, and Esau Edom coming in with that sword behind it, man, and these strict legislations that they're ready to push, okay. Hey, but for years, starting with the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and the brethren on down, and those that's out there truly teaching when it comes to the prophets on the highways and byways, and those that's pushing his word forth by the way of the internet, has been giving that warning, okay, to you tribes, man. But we come to the understanding, us that's in the faith, us are the hopeful elect, that his word is only for the elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3 that's destined to be saved, okay, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American descent when it comes to men, women, and children, okay, starting with the elect prophet of the elect prophets of the 144,000, and like I said, the 1/3 make up the great multitude of men, women, and children when it comes to the believers, okay. Hey, because according to Zechariah chapter 13 verse 8, 2/3 of so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans gonna get cut off and judged by the way of the Lord's wrath, by the way of these plagues that I just gave an example of that's about to hit this place America, man, okay. Hey, because they're not repenting, they're not going to repent, okay. They scoff, they scorn, they make mockery of the prophets, they want to trust in these false gods, idol worship, going after these hedonistic customs, okay, trusting the Esau Edom system, okay, and more the Lord bringing plagues, okay, and ultimately this place America gonna be destroyed at the peak of the Third World War by thermonuclear missiles, man, okay, and we in the time of the Third World War approaching, okay, and who the world called Christ which his name is Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew, meaning he is the deliverer, or he's the savior. Okay, at that time, he's going to make his second coming by the way of the chariots, what the world called so-called UFOs, okay, which are the chariots, and the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel. And Yahweh Shai's come back to wage war against these seeded nations in 2/3. Okay, and like I say, only delivering the elect. Okay, and eventually the Lord going to take down Esau, Edom, and these seeded nations when it comes to the second coming and establish the kingdom of Israel. Okay, and the future of these heathens are captivity. But at this time, prior to that, this place about to witness a time like no other. Once again, Jacob's trouble. So let me go ahead and play it, because I don't want to make this video too long, and I pray that this lesson is edifying.
I'm gonna go on a weird rant, but I feel like this is probably the worst time we've ever lived through. I'm older than most of you. I'm 50. I'm turning 51 in October. And I wake up every day thinking that this is the worst thing we've ever been through with the president that we have right now. Isn't it the fucking worst? It really is the worst. I lived through September 11 to Hurricane Hugo, Reagan. I endured Bush. I endured Pedro Rosselló in Puerto Rico and his son. I've seen like difficult shit. Like I've been through it. 2008 housing crisis. That was pretty fucking bad. I had to move my entire family because of that crisis to the United States from Puerto Rico. This is the worst ever. This past 2 years have been the worst years in our lifetime. I mean, does anybody disagree with this shit? People are dying on the street indiscriminately getting killed by a secret police force led by a guy who's a known racist. I know there's a lot of people out there that are fearing for their lives. And they're not criminals, they're not here illegally. They're United States citizens, just like me, and they're like, this is like really fucking bad, this is like I could get shot. It's really horrible what we're going through right now. And the economy went to shit. The economy is the worst it's ever been. In my lifetime, I'm 50 years old, this is the worst I've ever seen it. I mean, I've been in the United States 12 years. I'm not going to talk about the economy of Puerto Rico. The United States economy, I've been 12 years. This is the worst it's ever been. The worst it's ever been. I mean, I'm really thinking about it. I gave it some thought. And it's also this horrible sense of impending doom that everyone has. Everyone is like, you can tell people are like erratic on the streets. There's more people arguing over like traffic shit. There's more people like getting divorced, separated. More people quitting their jobs. People are like all over the place. This is like some weird fucking post-apocalyptic shit. Or pre-apocalyptic. Like don't you guys feel like you wake up in the morning and you're like, something's about to fucking happen that's gonna be really bad. Right? Oh, I don't like that feeling. I've been feeling it for a while. And I don't think I'm going crazy. And the worst part is there's some people that don't realize it. They're walking, they're roaming the ears like everything is holy shit. Tell me in the comments if I'm going nuts.
Okay, so you heard of Jake. Okay, so how it's getting more and more worse. He said to his testimony, well, I say to his, his saying, he's 50 years old, he only been over here for 12 years, man. Okay, but he experienced certain crisis and harsh living condition over there in the island of Puerto Rico. Okay, to the point that he done made his way over here. And being over here just within 12 years, how everything at this point is going to shit. Okay? And this your average American citizen now. Okay, not only, because the tribes, okay, the Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, that always been over here. Even Israelites that, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans that have made their way over here for a short period of time are experiencing how corrupt this place America is, man. Okay? Hey, but us other tribes that always been over here, hey, we already know how things always been. Okay? And we had, the times of how the limelight of good times here in America, okay? Yeah, but we know that, once again, man, we always, always been oppressed here in America, okay? So how much more now, okay? And all these American citizens, even these Edomites, which this supposed to be their kingdom, okay, that they stole by the way of enslavement of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, the bloodshed, the fraud, okay? But now these average American Edomites catching hell, man, ready to make a stand against their own government, okay? Edomite on Edomite crime, okay? Which you're gonna get your civil unrest, okay? And the scriptures speak of that, okay? Hey, but when it comes to this place, America, man, it's through, man. Ain't no more bouncing back, man, okay? And he spoke of the job losses, okay, how the economy is, okay, poverty, people being more and more homeless, their relationships when it comes to men and women, divorce rates, okay, people being chaotic, okay, when it comes to their morals, okay, when it comes to the senseless murders or the heinous crimes, okay. On top of that, you got people on all type of psychotic drugs, okay. And at the same time, here in America, they always known for their entertainment. Okay, you still got entertainment being pushed. Okay, now the latest trend of what's going on in the sports, the music. Okay, entertainment, social media, they keep people distracted. Okay, but in the meantime, these elites on down to, the less illuminated ones, okay, trying to forge the NWO when it comes to Esau, Edom, and these heathens, man. Okay? And we at the time of all hell breaking loose, especially when it comes to this place, America, corruption and collapse. And eventually, Lord Yahweh shall bringing judgment according to prophecies, man. Okay? Let me go ahead and get into the scriptures. Now I'm going to start off with Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon, okay, going into America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the scriptures, okay? Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken, okay, going to by the way of American philosophies, okay, through their politics, democracy, their influence by, Hollywood, the entertainment, the other nations outside of America seek to come here to gain success, okay, but now they finding out here in 2026, it ain't like how it used to be, or ain't is how, how they portrayed it, man, okay? And it says the nations had drunken of a wine, therefore the nations are mad, okay? And now these nations are just as by their influence, the influence of America, they just about damn near corrupt as America, okay? And we know about America influencing the Momo agenda, okay? Like I said, through social media or the Hollywood or entertainment, politics, got these other nations influence in American philosophies. And that's why these other nations from other, from different countries come over here to seek the American dream as well. To be enticed and influenced by the wickedness of Esau, Edom, and the madness that they allow to go on here, which is nothing but witchcraft, man. Okay, through the spiritual demon Satan, how Esau, Edom gained his power. Okay, but Esau, Edom is in the trick bag, because Yahweh Shai set up Satan to deceive him. Okay, which Esau, Edom is known as the wicked, once again, according to Malachi 1, verse 4. Okay, and you got 2/3 of our people being enticed by them. Okay, and when it comes to these heathens, okay, but salvation is only for the nation of Israel, so the Lord don't give a damn about these heathens. Okay, only the nation of Israel, and really at this time the elect. Okay, it's a lot for that. But Esau, Edom, by the way of America, ruling out of America, being the stronghold, okay, is how this place America been on the golden cup of the Lord's hand by Esau, Edom. Okay, that Yahweh Shai gave the power to Esau, Edom to rule out of the way of, of course, we got the EU, NATO, the beast system, okay, and America stand out of that, okay, to this time now that America had grown one point of time to be that strong influence when it comes to Esau Edomite and being backed up by the way of the sword when it comes to the military might. Okay, but now Esau Edom is, when it comes to America, their stronghold is failing on all levels, man. Okay, morals, okay, you know, the standard of America, you got more division, okay. Yeah, because this place always been pushing lies and all type of wickedness, but now it's being exposed. But the one thing that kept this place going, besides the dollar, was the military might. And they both, okay, the military might and the dollar is on the verge of more and more declining. Okay? And it says the nations had drunken of a wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is sudden fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Okay? A balm going into a healing ointment. And this place ain't going to be healed. Once again, verse 9. We will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaching to the heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. Okay, so we're in the time of Esau Edom judgment. Okay, when it comes to on the behalf of the America. Okay, like I say, these heathens and the 2/3 that the Lord about to bring judgment upon. Okay, because the Lord only want to deliver the elect. Okay, and it's to the point now a lot of these nations are fleeing out of America. Okay, trying to go to different other countries, man. Okay, because they see America declining. Okay, once again, the uproars of the people. Okay, the morals of the people at an all-time low. And let's get this. Luke chapter 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon. Okay, there where you get your solar eclipse, your lunar eclipse. Okay, the blood moons. Okay, and it says, which are signs of end time prophecies. Okay, especially the sign when it comes to this place, America about to go down. And upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Okay, that's the point I want to get. The time of perplexity. Okay, of the nations, man. People on the uproars, man. Or at an all-time low. Okay, languish. Okay, due to Esau Edom ruling. Okay, let's get this. And you see that every day. People getting on social media venting how corrupt this place is. How you're on the verge of its collapse. Okay? Well, you got, majority of the people still, even though they see things happening, a lot of them thinking that this place going to bounce back. Okay, we're just going through the turbulent times of, bad situations. Nah, this place ain't got no healing once again. Ain't no healing for this place, man. It done had its run when it comes to wickedness, man, and lies. When it comes to Esau, Edom, and these heathens, and the 2/3, man. Okay? The Lord only concern is about the elect. And once the elect is fully sealed, that's it for this place, man, which we're close to. Okay, us to the hopeful elect. Okay, that's it for this place, man. Let's get this one. What that's Isaiah chapter 24, verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languish and fadeth away. The hearted people of the earth do languish. Okay, so the hearted people of the earth languishing now. Okay, these proud Americans. Okay, starting with these average Edomites on down to the rest of these nations, man. Okay, of the heathens, the 2/3. Okay, now they in the point of languishing, man. Getting on social media talking about their job losses. How it's so hard to pay, certain utilities. Okay, catching pure hell, man. Okay, and us, the hopeful elect, we in the midst of, the times here in America. Okay, when it comes to, but we already know the Lord said that prepare ourselves for the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, not to trust in this world, not to trust in this system. Okay, as the scripture says, use the world but not abuse it. And we know that this place is not our rest. Micah 2:10. Okay, so although we go through, the trials and tribulations, as the Lord say, okay, like I believe as Apostle Paul, through much trials and tribulations, we should enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, also the hopeful elect. Okay, but we're not to put our whole trust into this place, man, or our trust at all in this place, man. Our wholehearted trust is in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, looking for our Savior to come and deliver us as we in this captivity. Okay, once again, Micah 2:10, this place is not our rest, man. Okay, and we starting to see more and more people languishing, okay, having no faith, no hope, okay, especially when those of our people trusting in these false gods and idol worship, when all hell break loose, okay, and those false gods ain't gonna be able to help them, okay, they're really gonna lose it, man, okay. And it said the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they had transgressed the laws and changed the ordinance and broken the everlasting covenant. And you could thank Esau Edom for that, the wicked. Okay, Esau Edom, the devil that the Bible speak of, man. Okay, he don't turn everything upside down, man. Okay, and now you hear him talking about trying to get rid of the existence of a higher power, trying to get rid of the existence of the Bible, come against those that speak of the Bible. Okay, he want to come with a new world religion, you know, which all going to center around his AI technology. You hear more about that? AI technology, AI robots, you know, planetary, more surveillance. Okay, and ultimately all that going to center around Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, the RFID micro. Okay, and the reason why I start with through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, start with the men of great millstone. Okay, and the brothers on down. Okay, I always speak and give them warning not to take that RFID micro to you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, because the ones of our people that take it, they're going to be destroyed by the way of the missiles, according to Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. Okay, at the peak of the Third World War, as I make mention, and when Yahweh shall return at the Third World War. Okay, hey, because like I said, when this dollar about to be obsolete, and we're on the verge of them bringing a cashless society, and mainly when it comes to that RFID micro, okay, being fully implemented. Okay, so we're in the stages of that, man. Okay, but Esau Edom is always known to break the laws, statutes, commandments. Yeah, because the laws wasn't never given unto them anyway. Okay, and they ain't the Lord people anyway. Okay, they're a bunch of phonies, man. Okay, portrayers, man. Okay, you know, when it comes to they, of course they plantation Christianity. Okay, the people that's over there calling themselves the chosen, those small hats, the J.E. Dubs. Okay, which that land gonna be cleansed by the way of missiles. They be cleansed, so because those people that's over there are not the true inheritors. Just for us to rightfully own our land again, once the Lord descend the elect back here on the earth, out of the chairs after the great deliverance by the way of the chairs. Okay, and once again, Esau Edom is going in captivity, starting with the least. Okay, and these heathens, man, as they're gonna be in their retreats. Okay, that's their future, man. Okay, hey, but verse 5 going into how the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, man. Okay, that's why people are upset, because you got the wicked ruling. Let's get this. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And we seen that, man. Okay? Showing you the state of the earth. Majority of the people of the nations, okay, are mourning. Ready to go to war. In perplexity. Languish. Okay? But it says when the righteous are in authority, the people going to rejoice. Okay? And so mainly that's when our kingdom going to be established. Under the rule of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and the law, statute, commandments. Okay, when it comes to us, the nation of Israel, which is going to be governed by the starting with the elect, okay, and us are the hopeful elect, okay, we're eventually elect, going to receive immortality, authority over the earth. Esau Edom and these heathens are going to be subject unto us. The 2/3 that perish on this side, they're going to be reborn back in the kingdom, into the new covenants, being righteousness, okay, that we're going to rule over these heathens in a righteous authority, man. Okay, even though they're going to receive judgment, punishment for what they done unto us, according to Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. Okay, but we're going to rule in righteousness, man. Let me get this. Right now, we're coming in the time of the transition of power, man. I get this, and I'll probably get ready to close. It says Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches. Let me read that over. Because of unrighteousness and dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Okay, so we come to the transition of power, man. Okay. Hey, let's get this. Verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. In due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Okay, so that's what time we coming into, man. The transition of power. Yahweh shall returning, take Esau, Edom out of power. Okay, and these heathen nations. And the Lord establishing the kingdom of Israel. Okay, the elect, or which are also known as the house of David. The 144,000 and 1/3, man. Okay, and we're going to be righteous forevermore. Okay, true liberation. Okay, true reparations. Okay, no true living, man. Okay, no more captivity. Okay, and we're going to rule, man. Okay, over these nations, man. Because it's time for the earth to have new management, man. And that's coming through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. So I'm going to go ahead and end the lesson here. And I pray that lesson will edify until next time, Lord willing. Shalom to the whole elect. Shalom. Stay strong. We're almost home. Shalom.